Hey, welcome back to Relax Radio with me, Nick, keeping you guys company all the way until 5 p.m. That's right. We're trying to keep it cool. We're trying to keep it spicy right here on the number one. But hey, also don't forget, we are going to we're talking actually about a lot of things that is happening right now in the UK. But before we do though, here's something that I'm going to show you, a video that I'm going to show you guys, that is what is happening right here on Relax Radio. So make sure you guys check it out. That's right. So you guys saw what was happening. Hey, make sure if you are on Instagram, you're on Facebook, make sure to follow us. We go as Relax Radio, and also if you can download the app from the Relax Radio, you can always download it on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. And also, you can always call us up if you have anything in your mind, you want to say something. I mean, hey, you can always hit me up. The numbers, it's 07852 473 473 right here. So, hey, if you have anything on your mind, you can always WhatsApp me, buzz me. And also, don't forget, you can check us out on our website, which is www.relaxradio.net. And with that, though, getting back into the topic at hand right now in the UK, there's a lot of investigations going on. In case you guys didn't know, the health officials are investigating whether a COVID variant first found in India spreads more easily and evades the vaccine. So yeah, it's being investigated right now in the UK. So there's not enough data to classify it as a variant of concern. A leading scientist has said all of this. But Dr. Susan Hopkins of the Public Health England said cases had been found in the UK that were not linked to travel, with their origin being investigated. So yeah, there's been these fears right now going on, and they are wondering, hey, is this linked to any other another variant? Is this going to be linked to another strain? Are we going to have to go to another lockdown? That is something that the government is afraid of right now. So this is what they're doing. They're finding ways, and they're trying to nip the bud and trying to get down to the business right here. So, hey, more than 70 cases have been identified in England and Scotland. So, yeah, it's all too soon to decide if India should be put on the government's travel red list, Dr. Hopkins said. And on Sunday, the UK recorded at least 1,882 new coronavirus cases and 10 deaths within 28 days of a positive test. And this is all according to the latest government figures. So, yeah, the numbers of deaths recorded at weekends tends to be lower because of reporting delays. So yeah, meanwhile, more than 32.8 million people have had their first dose of a corona vaccine, while more than 9.9 million have had their second dose. That's right. It's great to see that a lot of people are getting vaccinated, and they are, following the roadmap. And hopefully, like I said, by July 21st, everything will get back to normal. So yeah, Dr. Hopkins, chief medical advisor for the NHS Test and Trace, said that she had seen a couple of cases of the Indian variant that haven't arisen from travel, but they're still trying to undergo the investigations to look into great detail at where they have acquired it from. So they are trying to escalate the issue. So the Public Health England says 73 cases of the variant first identified in India have been found in England and 4 in Scotland. So yeah, epidemiologist Dr. Mike Teasley said work needed to be done urgently on finding out more about these variants. And he says, it's concerning that the Indian variant is there, and it appears to be a mutation which may make the vaccine even less effective and make the virus more transmissible. So yeah, that is another fear that they're coming up with, and they're saying, okay, this is what we're worried about right now. This is what is going to be happening. If this vaccine does not work, if this virus mutates and it's a different kind of strain, and it's a strain that, the vaccines are not going to be effective on, this in turn could damage the whole roadmap situation, and that is going to be ending up in a kind of situation, and it's going to be a big problem because we'll all get back into our whole lockdown situation. That's something that we are trying to avoid as much as possible. And he also said, that the matter was kept under regular review and that the government was taking scientific advice, adding he believed the prime minister's trip to India should still go ahead later this month. So Boris Johnson has already scaled down his trip due to the rising number of cases. India has reported more than 150,000 COVID cases a day for the past 3 weeks. So yeah, Mr. Eustace on Sunday said that the business needed to be continued with the right precautions in place. So yeah, Labor Shadow Home Secretary Nick Thomas Simmons accused the government of not doing enough to keep the variants out of the UK. And he said that a large number of cases of two deeply worrying variants first discovered in South Africa and India have been discovered in the UK. And we are at a critical moment in the fight against this pandemic. So there's a lot of people who've had their sacrifices, and the vaccine because of these vaccine, they've gotten hope. There's a lot of this hope, and people started hoping again, and they're wondering now, hey, if this is going to happen, if this variant is going to be causing an issue, what are we going to do about this? How are we going to fight this? So yeah, in early February, Labor criticized the government for being too slow in implementing a hotel quarantine scheme and called for it to be extended to arrivals returning from all countries, not just those on the red list. And yeah, now they're saying, that they're seeing results of a lot of these disastrous policies that let thousands of people enter the UK without a proper quarantine system. And they also said, speaking about all these other variants, Dr. Hopkins also said that the current vaccines were not as good against the South African vaccine as the South African variant, rather, as they have against our own vaccine, the Kent virus. So at preventing these infections and transmissions, and that could be, that a cautions require this, and this is, very important right now. And it's just crazy. And, a lot of these countries are saying that India might fall into the red list because of this rising cases of corona, and the concerns over this new variant might have caused too late. And they're saying it's come too late. Now that our country has noticed it a little too late. So yeah, the health officials say it's a little too early also to know whether it's more transmissible. And India has been reporting, like I said, 150,000 cases. And, in its capital, Delhi announced a week-long lockdown after a record spike in cases overwhelmed the city's healthcare system. Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of these videos. If you guys check it out, there were videos of all these people traveling because of the sudden lockdown and the fear of this other wave, the next wave. The country went into a complete lockdown. And what happened is, in the end, a lot of these people had to travel hundreds of miles back to their homes on foot or on bicycle, on buses. It was crazy. And it's because of this even more, the virus spread even more. So yeah, British or Irish passport holders, though, or people with the UK residence rights will be allowed into the country, into the UK, but must quarantine in a government-approved hotel for 10 days. So Prime Minister Boris Johnson, is expected to hold a coronavirus briefing in Downing Street, and he said he'll be joined by the medical director of the primary care for NHS England, Dr. Nikita Kanani. So yeah, of the decisions to put India on the UK's red list, they said that these decisions are almost inevitably taken a little too late in truth. But what's absolutely clear is that this variant is more transmissible in India. And they've also been saying, that they believe it's coming and it's becoming a dominant variant in India rather. While there are also concerns it could be more effective at escaping a neutral or natural vaccine-induced immune response. So yeah, that's just something, that they are trying to get at. And I can see where the fear is coming from, where this whole vaccine problem is popping up. And that is just crazy, to be even it's just next level stuff. I hope that the virus does not spread here. I hope it doesn't spread, and I hope the government can regulate it. But with that being said, though, that's a lot of hoping right there, and we're gonna take a real quick break before we be right back. And checking your time right now, it is 3:03. Good evening.